Hello beautiful people, I hope you guys are all doing well. If you are new here, hi, my name is Feranmi. I make fashion and lifestyle content, and if you are a returning watcher or subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in with me once again, and I hope you stick around. And those of you that have stuck around, because even though I've been gone for 3 months, guys, I've seen the numbers go up. I've seen the amount of support I've received recently, and I just want to say thank you for still sticking around, hoping and wishing that I return once again. Honestly, there's no excuse. The original excuse was I have A-levels, my exams were coming up, there was no time. See, everything was hectic. It was way too hectic for me to even think of recording, but I finished my exams in June, and with July I didn't really, update you guys. I would say a lot happened in between that time, but barely anything happens, and honestly I just need to do better. But now that summer's here, autumn is around the corner, we're hoping for more content, so do expect to see your girl on your screen a lot more. And since we're here, cheeky little promo, I made an Instagram account. Someone that I saw a TikTok out in sweat. Wow, I'll insert like her social media on the screen here. She did a 10k 100 days to 10k challenge on her TikTok, and that inspired me to start afresh and just post. Because one thing about having a social media account, like you're trying to grow but also have like all of your friends and family on, it's kind of restricted. You can post whatever you want, but you overthink it. So when you have like a separate Instagram dedicated for what you want to do on it, so in my case it's the personal option. My English recently down the flipping drain. When you have a separate Instagram that you can post whatever you want to post on, in my case fashion related content, I don't feel restricted to, like, I could post multiple times a week and not feel like I'm disturbing everyone's peace on my timeline. But yeah, I'm opening it up for the public now. You can follow it, go follow it there at feranmi. We are slowly but surely growing on that Instagram page, and I'm hoping for stuff with things. This portion of the video I will be speaking about my sixth form experience in general, just because sixth form is a topic that I feel like should be spoken about. I know a lot of people right now are preparing for sixth form, and yeah, it's just important to know everyone's experience and prepare yourself mentally for this one, because I wish I did. Sixth form was a roller coaster. A roller coaster is the best way to describe it, especially with my experience. It was weird because one year was really good and the next year was horrid. If you are preparing for sixth form, I would definitely suggest go around on YouTube, speak to people that you know that have gone to sixth form, and ask them about their experience so that you know what you need to be prepared for. And also, I'm going to start this section immediately with this: start studying now. Do your revision now, especially if you're like very certain on the subjects that you want to do in sixth form. Like myself, well, 2 of my subjects I was very certain for. The other one ended up changing, that we were getting to. When you start touching into the content of your subjects, I won't say like immediately, but once December comes, as in December holidays, already start making notes, already start revising, just to help yourself. Because trust me, in year 12 you want to enjoy yourself. It's your first year. Sixth form is slightly less pressurizing than secondary school. You want to have fun and stuff, but trust me when I say year 1 content is just as important as year 2, and you won't have enough time to revise year 1 content when you get to year 2. So start it now. Okay. Honestly, if I can go back and tell my 16-year-old self right now, is go and start revising, go and start studying. We have grades to be getting, do you know what I mean? But I asked my friends on my Instagram some questions to answer about sixth form, and I also added my own questions because they were just doing jokey. They were really doing jokey with their questions. I was not going to answer those questions on big YouTube. I'm gonna put the questions on the screen and I'm gonna answer them, and hopefully that will both help you guys and just very much round up this chapter of my life, which was sixth form. The very first question is, what subjects did I take in sixth form and why did I take them? So my subjects were very much my personality trait. Very much my personality trait. I feel like all I ever did was complain about my subjects in sixth form. But I took sociology, I took film studies, and I took textiles. Those 3. Now sociology, I did sociology GCSE. Now I will always say this, even though when I say this people look at me like I'm mad. If you didn't do sociology as a GCSE or you have prior experience in sociology, I wouldn't advise you to do it as an A-level, because you would suffer. Because a lot of people, they found it boring, they found the content too much, they were just over it. But if you did it in GCSE, you already have like a background of it, and for you to take it into A-level, it means that you have enough interest in the subject. Like, I've always enjoyed the study of society. I don't know why, I just have like an interest in trying to understand people, and sociology is one of the subjects that definitely helps you learn that. Psychology is another option, but my maths background does not exist. Psychology has so much, I had some graphs in there and stuff, and I said, yeah, no, I can't do psych. And then film studies, I'll be real, I picked it on my enrollment day. The original plan was to do business, but again, not maths, babe. So because of that, my head teacher was like, you know, I think you should do a more essay-based subject. So she originally recommended RE. I said no. Now it's like, let me do film studies because it sounds like it will be similar to English, and I did really well in English. Quickly became a subject that I knew that, yeah, this is an easy pass for me. Like, if I really put my work in, I can get a B and A out of this subject. So that's obviously the reason why I stuck to it. And then beloved textiles, I needed textiles, but if you're an art student, if you're a creative, I would not recommend doing a creative subject as an A-level, because oh my gosh, the intensity, the pressure, what is required of you, it's a lot. I would recommend just go do it as a BTEC. I wish I did it as a BTEC or a level 3 course in a college or something. I didn't want to take art as a GCSE because I heard 13-hour exam and I said, I said, sweetie, I'm not doing that. But you know, with textiles A-level, there was a 13-hour exam, but because we had to do our A-levels in a pandemic, they cancelled it anyways. So God answered my prayers, and we thank the Lord, because 13-hour exams are not for me. Question number 2, did I enjoy taking my subjects? And advice and regrets. So we're gonna start off with regrets. We're just gonna get the bad stuff out of the way. My regret was doing 2 essay-based subjects because the workload, especially with film, nobody told me that there was going to be coursework, and I feel like this idea of doing coursework in year 2, who came up with it? We need to talk, because in my school it was compulsory for us to do EPQ, and we did it in year 12. Best idea ever, because who the heck has energy, who has time to be balancing writing a mini dissertation in year 13 when I had to rewrite for 3 subjects? Examples, all the examples. Flipping head of education in this stinking country, can you be putting coursework for year 12s to be doing, not year 13? We don't have time. Do you understand? We don't have time, okay? Some of us are even getting tutors in year 13. So where the heck am I having time when I have a tutor and revision to do to be doing a coursework? Please let me know. Even if it's you that gives me time, give it to me. I need answers. Like, never again. Whether or not I enjoyed them, like, I wish I could. Honestly, I wish I could, but like I said, the workload, the pressure, the stress that came with A-levels makes it really, really hard to enjoy those subjects. It was a lot, so I couldn't get to enjoy it. And the fact that I did it in a pandemic as well, half of my year 12, not even half, like 85% of my year 12 was done in my house on my bed. Like, who is enjoying their subjects? Who is studying? Who's revising? Who's being a student when the only thing I saw every day was my flipping laptop and Teams? Flipping Teams, that's all I saw. Honestly, now if you are going into the film, I feel like you will most likely enjoy it, and also the experiences is all can be fun at times. Question number 3, how was my 6th form experience in terms of learning? The jump between A-levels and GCSEs is a big one, because A-levels, 6th form, college, whatever, is the gap between GCSEs and uni. This period of time is basically them preparing you for uni, and obviously we all know uni comes with a whole lot of workload, a whole lot of assignments, seminars, lectures, whatever comes with uni. So that period of time, those 2 years, is you're expected to be a lot more independent. Imagine basically having to do everything by yourself. Wow, having a lot of stuff to do. So even though it's great, like I love the preparation for uni, but sweetie, 2 years, like that's what's so mind-boggling. 2 flipping years, and it's intense. It's intense. It's a big gap between GCSE and A-level. I don't want to scare anyone, but I just want to prepare people who are watching this that are just finished secondary school. Like, it's not a scary gap, but it's a gap that you need to be prepared for, both physically and mentally. So during the summer and like enjoy yourself, but when August comes around, start preparing yourself for that gap, start researching about A levels, start preparing yourself for your subjects, because it's going to be a lot and you will wish that you did all of this now. Trust me, I wish I did and I finished. So question number 4, how was my sixth form experience in terms of the environment? This one is mixed for me, and I'm including my teachers, not their teaching methods but them as a person in this, because it plays a role in the environment. Very mixed, because my teachers, they were mixed. That's the best thing. Like sometimes they were amazing teachers, sometimes I wanted to fight them. I wanted to flip and get them fired because they were doing too much. But at the same time, I had teachers that were really supportive, really helpful. My film studies teacher, God bless him, especially in year 13, I was going through it, so the fact that I still had a teacher that really put his all into getting me to do well, God honestly bless him, because I did not serve him. In terms of my year group now, me and my year group, I can't lie, I've never had a good experience with it. We're going back to flipping primary school now. Like my year group and I and my year group, we've never had the best relationships, so I don't know what I was expecting in sixth form. I think year 12 misleaded me, because year 12 was really good. Then year 13 came and I was like, especially with the friendship that I've made with sixth form, like not to bash anyone or say that anyone's bad, because no one was, but I think I would have done so much better if I just kept to myself in sixth form. I think being by myself in sixth form would have done me wonders, rather than having people like there's nothing wrong. Any person can either have good or bad experience, so I can't tell you to not go make friends in sixth form, but for me, I probably would avoid it. So school friendships for me is I can live without it. I can honestly live without it. So that's it. Take it as you will, just don't hold it against me. Question number 5 is would I recommend A levels and sixth form? Now, a sixth form college, I'm going to say this now, a sixth form college, I will prefer a sixth form college over being in a sixth form that's connected to a secondary school, mainly because the teachers there are only dedicated to you. They're specialized in A-level subjects, or they did a degree in your subject, so that you're getting the best of the best, especially depending on the sixth form that you're going to. But in my case, they were good teachers, because they don't have to chase after secondary school students. They have the time and the energy to pour all their focus on you, so no worries, you don't have to flip and schedule a team call with them. Like, you have a great support system. However, A levels, I would at least suggest you do A levels if you have to. Like, I know a lot of degrees, well not a lot, but mainly like medicine, science-based degrees require you to do A levels, but if you're doing a course that does not require you to do A levels, please don't do it. Or well, do it if you want to, but if you know that exam-based subjects or just exam-based anything is not the best for you, the pressure is too much, please, I would not recommend doing it. Me, I would go back and do it at BTEC. Not even because exams are not for me, because I can hack an exam if I know I'm prepared, but the coursework, the stress, the pressure, the mental effect that A levels had on me, I wouldn't even wish it on my worst enemy. Like, I wouldn't do it again. I would have put myself through if I knew that was what I was going to go through. I would have done a BTEC. I wouldn't recommend A levels. And again, you guys are doing it now, you're lucky, because you have to do it in the middle of a pandemic. My year group and the year group before, the 2 year groups before me, we had to. It was horrible. It was horrible. It's definitely the hardest 2 years of my life. I feel like worse is gonna come anyways because it's education. Uni, especially with the course I want to do, I expect there being parts of uni that is just pure torture. So I'm not gonna completely say it's the worst thing that I've done to myself, but it's definitely on the top. Currently at like number 2 of the list. If you're doing it, I'm not saying you should now go run and change your colleges and stuff, like it's a bit too late for it. But if you are doing the A level, if you're going ahead with it, please prepare yourself. Do not allow yourself to suffer. There's nothing that you can really do to avoid the pressure, the stress, and the mental effect of A level is education. If you don't have a balance, you're never going to have a way to mentally prepare yourself for it. And the last question is my future plans in education. So like I've been saying, I'm going off to be a uni babe. I'm not leaving London because of one research. Outside of London, does it have the best creative unis? They have some, but I'm not gonna go to unis where the diversity is quite sparse. So we're staying in London. You'll find out the uni that I go to when I go there. But I'm doing a foundation year with fashion and textile design, and I am hoping, praying that this foundation goes really well, because I see myself telling myself, no, I'm not doing 3 years of uni if this foundation year was pure torture. I don't have high expectations. School, education, and me and education were not mates. I don't have the best experiences in schools anyway, so I've just come to the conclusion that I can't be expecting the best, because I'm just gonna be disappointed. But like at the same time, I know that especially next month I need to start mentally preparing myself for it, and just preparing in general, because I don't want to be a clueless bat when I walk into those uni doors, and just also not be so far unprepared that I'm flipping looking at everybody confused, and when uni slaps me with one wahala, I'm like, what the flip is this? Like, I should expect it, because it's education. Education will always disappoint. But yeah, that's pretty much my expectations and basically this video. Hopefully this video isn't long. I don't like super long sit down videos because I feel like you guys do not watch them, so I am gonna have to find a way to make this video 15 minutes long. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are about to start sixth form, if you're about to start uni, let me know in the comments. Let's banter about it. And yeah, if I have any other questions as well about sixth form, and also the courses that I did and the course that I'm planning to do in uni, ask them down below as well. As always, my social media will be in the description and in the end card. Don't forget to follow my new Instagram for me. Thank you very much. But as always, let me know what type of video you guys want to see. Also, if you guys want to watch on my iPhone video, I was gonna do one, but it's been months since I've done my iPhone unboxing, so I don't know if anyone cares. But if you care, let me know and I'll record it for you. I wish you an amazing week, amazing day, night, evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.